This meeting is being held in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Annual notice of this meeting was published in the Union County Local Source and the Newark Star Ledger. Said notice was posted in the municipal building, and a copy is on file with the office of the Borough Clerk. Fire exits are to the directions I'm indicating. If you are alerted for a fire, please move in a calm, orderly manner to the nearest smoke-free exit. Proper notice having been given, the Borough Clerk is directed to include this statement in the minutes of this meeting. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Councilman Petrosky.
Here.
Councilman Johnson.
Present.
Councilman Rabina.
Here.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Here.
Councilman Patel is absent. Councilman Castellans.
Here.
Mayor Signorella.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mayor.
Mr. Clerk, please lead us in the opening prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Eternal God, grant us thy help in all our duties and perplexities. We ask for thy guidance. Give us thy protection in our dangers and sorrows. Grant us thy peace. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There are no communications for review this evening. We have proclamations today with the building a brighter future together. We are joined this evening by Roselle Park High School photography teacher Carolyn DiOrio and her students for a presentation. Please come forward.
They may sit.
They're just doing a presentation.
Oh, okay.
So just so you all know, all the
Hi.
microphones
Thank you so
are
much.
on.
Nice.
So if you want to take, you could sit. Each of these microphones is on, and if you need an extra microphone, the cordless one is also available. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, residents, students, and staff from RPHS. My name is Mrs. DiOrio, and I'm the digital photography teacher at Roselle Park High School. In collaboration with the graphic design teacher, Ms. LaSalle Epp, and the architecture teacher, Ms. Casey Crown, we have created this cross-curricular activity and project for your consideration. What are we looking to get out of this, and what is our purpose? Real-world experience for our students, getting information on how we can get the ball rolling on making this vision a possibility. Our goal with this project and this presentation is to show you how involved the youth in the community are and how they care about making it better.
Where does our experience begin? Is it something that starts on Chestnut? Is it right when we come off the train? Does it start beneath the train's overpass?
Ideas to revitalize Roselle Park. Adding an arcade, the architecture students will brainstorm and design a specific program. Fix up buildings and clean downtown. Students could be asked to help in exchange for National Honor Society service hours. Stores we would love to see are Pliable, Starbucks, Chipotle, a crafted drinks place, a makeup store, a bookstore, and a pastry and donut shop. A gazebo seating would be nice to add and clean up the landscaping. Fixing up the movie theater and creating an art space within to host classes and performance, etc. Green spaces / turf fields would also be good.
Field trip's purpose. What did we get out of the field trip to downtown Westfield and downtown Cranford? Throughout photography and using the Socratic method in class, we came up with ideas to share here. Real-world experience of research and presenting our plan to people in positions to help us create our vision.
You could flip through the next couple of pages to see what we were thinking and the ideas. Advanced photo students use their artwork to envision and create an art space they would love to see in the downtown. Why does photography matter? It documents people in places and time. Photography captures moments in time that can be used to tell a story. What story are we telling here in Roselle Park? These are images of the field trip we took on that gave us all the information to create this presentation.
Not just problems. We want to point out that we are coming to you with not problems, but ideas and solutions.
Why does signage matter? Murals give our town a unique visual identity. Just like cities such as Asbury Park, which are known for their vibrant boardwalk, art murals that can make our town recognizable and memorable. They reflect our local culture, history, and values. These are mural examples to flip through.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Any council members have any questions for the students?
I do.
Come
back up.
to the chair. Don't leave.
You ran away. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm so excited that you guys presented this to us tonight. I actually, when I first started, so I've been here all my life. So I went to Roselle Park High School, I went to Robert Gordon, the middle school, the whole thing. And I had Mr. Florio as my art teacher, and I actually attended FIT in New York City. So I love art, and I love photography, and I love all of this. So to me, my heart is exploding. I would love to see this happen. When I first actually was, I got elected as a councilwoman, I should say. One of my first ideas was to get the underpasses under the train station painted. Did you guys go to Westfield and see that? Because they have that.
Yeah, we took a lot of photos. That was one of our main inspirations for murals.
I love that. So we did try to contact NJ Transit. There's a whole process to it. But if we can get that project going, I mean, I've spoken to even the community affairs group that I belong to, and we're trying to. And we actually have several people with the arts committee, even think about that. So run with this vision. You know, everything that you guys are doing and seeing this. So how could we help is my question. I know money. We need money. But maybe just if we can find out how we could do this, and I'll give you guys my information and anything that I could do, and we can connect people and get the public involved, I'm in.
I think it's just more opportunities. We have such a good program at the high school for architecture, design, and photography. TSA and advanced photography and graphic design are my favorite classes at the high school because there's just so much opportunities that we do. We have such great teachers and just more opportunities to express that in the town and help and fix it up would be amazing.
I love it. I would love to get connected with you guys and the teachers and just have that, and that's just for me and one voice up here, but I'm in. Thank you guys so much.
I actually went to the same schools as she went, but a lot longer, or later. No, I didn't go to FIT, I'm sorry. Robert Gordon Middle School and High School, but fond memories of, I had mechanical drawing, they called it back in the 70s, mechanical drawing, 1, 2, 3, 4. I had Mr. Cicente, Mr. Spagnoletti, and Mr. Ragucci, fond memories of my 4 years of high school, and I love what you guys are doing, and we should, come back and talk to see what we could do. And Councilwoman Lyons is the councilwoman for downtown, some of the railroad trestles. Too. I'm not
Yes.
sure exactly, but
I think both of them
let's
are,
keep
so.
some of the dialogue going to see what we could do down the road. Anybody else?
Yes.
Yeah.
First, I wanted to say I commend all of you guys, and thank you for presenting this presentation. It's nicely done. This just goes to show how shareholders and the community works. All of us are council people up here, but you guys are a part of this community and have a voice, and it matters. So I just wanted you guys to recognize that. Secondly, I also wanted to say thank you guys also because I've been in contact with your teacher, and you guys were a big help during the multicultural event. That video, I loved it, and I still love it. I watch it every now and then. So I just wanted to say keep up the good work, and yeah, continue to get involved. Absolutely. You have great people up here, like Councilwoman Lyons and the mayor, and I'm sure that all of us are open to whatever that you guys need. And you also have Rupen's contact as well. So you don't only got to reach out to me, you can reach out to any one of us.
Yeah, Mayor, if I may, guys, great job with the presentation. I had a couple of things that I think we could do like right off the rip. I mean, how about doing like a photo contest within the class and maybe displaying like a gallery on our website so people go on and see like what is Roselle Park and it's shots from students of Roselle Park as like a highlight. Maybe, I don't know if we have a Google business page for the borough, but that would be another place when somebody Googles Roselle Park, those pictures can get highlighted. That would be a really cool thing to see. I'm the chairman for the Special Improvement District in Rahway, and we highlight everything that is arts and business. It was used to be called the Rahway Arts and Business Partnership, and the whole idea was taking art and bringing it to downtown so that people also patronize the businesses. So I've been doing that for a long time. I have a lot of experience with that. I'd love to invite you guys to tour the Rahway Special Improvement District. I can set something up with our executive director. We can take you guys to see some of the murals. Through the Special Improvement District, we actually fund these types of things. So there's one right on the train station plaza in Rahway. We gave, from the SID, we gave I think it was $10,000 to have a beautiful mural painted there. And I could think of a couple places around town that maybe I can, we can all collaborate and talk to some businesses and say, hey, you have this big blank space. Could we show you a design, and if you like it, like there's some planning that's involved with it, but I'm more than happy to volunteer to help with that. I think the volunteer hours are fantastic. It was a requirement for me when I graduated. I used to do cleanups, like we used to get together and get some garbage bags and clean up around town, so I'd love to be a part of helping organize that as well. Keep up the good work. This is the type of involvement that gets you to like do these things, like I started like that when I was 14 years old. And over time, have just been put in great positions because of it. So I commend you guys for working hard and doing this, all right?
I also want to thank you for the presentation, and keep up the good work. I also want to let you know that Mr. Foy, I know a long time, and I remember him as a young kid playing ball at the Lily Field. I do remember you, okay? But keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you don't mind me saying just a little note that these three teachers here are former Roselle Park High School students.
Okay,
Out of college, they came back.
very nice.
Her kids went through here, but she's on the day. But all four of them together are such a great team for our high school, and I think that's pretty evident in just the enthusiasm that our students are here tonight presenting to you. So congrats to our teachers today. They do a fabulous job at Roselle Park High School. So thankful and
Okay.
every single day. Thank you.
Wonderful job. We look forward to helping out.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night, guys.
Thank you, guys.
You can stay if you want to see the boring part, but,
We do have one more question.
oh, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Casey. I teach the architecture department at the school, and I do just want to ask if you have any particular areas of interest around town. Like we could obviously kind of, dive into what we think is a good idea or, cool areas of interest, but maybe there are particular spaces you kind of have your eyes on.
You shouldn't have asked, but so I have, so back the bicentennial, there was a contest they had, believe it or not, you're going to laugh, but painting the fire hydrants. And it was something was it 50 years ago? And I know someone's laughing back. My sister won the contest, and she made it a Dalmatian dog. And all kids painted, whatever they did, and it was something for the bicentennial, and it was painting. Mrs. Carlstrom that used to teach back at the high school back in the day. So that's just something I haven't thought to, and I wanted to mention to Roop and Shaw about having a contest or something for the bicentennial. So maybe you could. It doesn't have to be that, but maybe something for the bicentennial, do something, not bicentennial, we're in
Plus 50.
250. No, for Roselle Park.
Semi-quincentennial.
125, okay, okay.
Mr. Mayor,
The nation's
if I may, since we're talking about memorializing and photograph, why don't we take a photo with them presenting this? And I think we should capture that moment. I think that would
Yeah,
be
right,
nice.
yeah,
I'm talking
that's
about
good.
all the mayor and council with them
Yeah.
for a second.
Why don't we all stand up here, and then let them come in the front?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's take a picture.
You're the man.
No, I'll take it.
Do we go up there?
Let's move on.
Casey. Good night.
I know.
Wait, who brought the camera?
I got
Oh, we're going around?
That's like just one of our,
We're gonna have it in. Everybody just move like this way a little, like to the right a little. No, you're right. Smile. Good. Oh, he's holding on.
I need that, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to stay out of the pictures. No one wants to see the lawyer.
You're there.
No one wants to see me. No one came here to see me.
Ellen. Oh, did I steal someone else's? Did I take yours?
That's mine.
I'm sorry. I took it. Look, here go mine.
Okay. May I have a motion to go out of order for a closed session?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Clerk, please read the closed session resolution.
Yes, Mayor, whereas the mayor and council of the Borough of Roselle Park wish to discuss matters which are described by the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12, and whereas the general nature of the subject discussed in closed session is matter of attorney-client privilege involving fourth-round affordable housing compliance, and whereas the time when and the circumstances under which the item discussed in closed session will be disclosed to the public at a future time, now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council of the Borough of Roselle Park, County of Union, State of New Jersey, do now adjourn the open portion of the meeting and open a closed portion of the meeting to discuss the aforementioned item. Need a motion to go into closed and adopt the resolution.
I'll make that motion. So moved.
Second?
I need a motion to go into
All-
closed.
all-
All in favor? Yep.
Aye.
Aye.
All right. And closed.
We're going to get going. Need a motion to open the meeting?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Mayor. In closed session, the governing body discussed a matter of attorney-client privilege involving fourth-round affordable housing compliance, and no action is to be taken at this time.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me, there are no meeting minutes for review this evening. I have a motion that the bills and payrolls be not read and passed for payment.
Mayor, so moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to open the public portion on agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
A motion to close the open public session, please?
I thought you would. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Point of information, we opened the public portion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, did we ask the member? Is there a member that
No
wants?
one came up.
On agenda
Agenda item, okay,
Agenda
apologize.
items only.
Thank you, Chair.
No, it's okay. Look, I've been,
All right, we can
okay,
close it.
move on.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to accept the reports of department heads as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have ordinances for second reading. Mr. Clerk, please read ordinance number 2843 by title.
Yes, Mayor, ordinance 2843 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Section 63 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Hiring of Borough Employees.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2843?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody wishing to come and speak on ordinance 2843?
Okay.
See no one, excuse me. May I have a motion to adopt?
It's open to discussion here on the,
Okay,
it's open to discussion here, correct?
yes.
You got to close the public.
I'm going to close, excuse me, motion to close the open, the public session.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do we have any discussion?
No, you got to adopt, a motion to adopt.
We have a motion to adopt ordinance 2843.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mayor. I did have a question on it. I support the intent behind this ordinance. Protecting ethics and maintaining public trust are important, and I appreciate the goal here. My concern is simply about the scope and the legal alignment. Under New Jersey's ethics framework, post-employment restrictions are typically tied to specific conflicts, such as matters someone personally handled rather than a broad prohibition on public employment. Even there's a pending legislation, Assembly Bill A3380, is narrowly focused on conflict-specific situations, not a blanket ban. As written, this ordinance applies very broadly, regardless of whether the former official had influence over the position. I just want to ensure that we're not creating something that could be viewed as overreaching or makes the municipality vulnerable to any legal liabilities. I'd be more comfortable getting an opinion from council or...
No, that's what I was going to tell
That's
you.
please.
We submitted this to our council, so if council wants to elaborate further on
Yeah,
it.
please.
So
I want to make sure that it confirms.
I had drafted it with Andrew, and we sent it to council to review it, and council.
I just want to make sure it's...
Yeah, I mean, in speaking to this, I had made a couple of points. I mean, first of all, I do believe the governing body has the right to set standards for who it's going to hire. I don't know that you even need an ordinance to do that. You could just decide that you don't want to hire somebody if they've worked for you for whatever period of time. As an ordinance itself, it is fairly unusual. I have not seen many ordinances that contain these restrictions, I think for that reason, which is who you hire still remains in your control, whether you have an ordinance or not. That being said, from a legal perspective, for that same reason, because of the hiring authority you have, I don't see why it would be illegal or subject to a challenge. I'm not here to opine whether it's a good idea or a bad idea or anything like that. But in terms of someone challenging it, if someone were to file a lawsuit and say, well, you didn't give me a job because of this restriction, I think a court would likely say, well, you didn't have a right to that job. It's their choice what standards they want to impose for hiring somebody. There is an exemption in the ordinance as it's drafted that says, I believe, if there's a particular legal reason why someone might be entitled to be hired, theoretically, if you were a civil service municipality and they were first on a list sort of thing, then the ordinance wouldn't apply. So there is a bit of backup in case that issue were to arise. So that was how I saw it, and that's the advice I gave.
And from my perspective, I'm just trying to mitigate and minimize and create an ethical standard. And I don't want to mirror other towns where politicians or elected officials, once they step down, we get in a murky situation where, like, the people that we voted on and things that we put in place are now like voting us back. It's more so like a cool down period, and it's also in the school board's bylaws, and in a couple other towns have some similar bylaws and things of that nature. I just felt like I'd rather create an ordinance instead to make it law. I don't see personally, from my perspective, either, and that's why I did send it to council, that we can't do something like that to show that we're ethical and to show that there's no backdoor dealings here in Roselle Park. So that's just my perspective, but I'm open to whatever this council and governing body wants to do.
Just a quick question. The state, is it 6 months? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I believe there is a 6-month post-employment restriction.
180 days.
Yeah,
So-
and again, we lawyers, we have special rules for things that, we had specific dealings with where, certainly a prohibition could be longer, but I haven't independently looked at the state law, but that seems to be what I recollect.
From what I know, it's definitely 6 months, so I don't understand the 12 months, so.
If you want,
No, I
council,
do understand, I'm just saying,
No, I
I'm
was just
against
saying,
it.
if you want, you can, we can make a motion to switch it to 6 months. That's not a problem either.
Yeah.
But the reason why I would set a year is because during reorg, we hire every year for a year, council and different department heads. And so for me, it felt like a year was more suitable than 6 months. I felt like 6 months would be weakening the ethic law, but I'm open to that as well.
I'd rather be
Council-
consistent with state standards with
Open.
6 months, I think is.
Well, I mean, Councilman, to your point, when we vote on reorganization, I think I guess your intent would be that maybe we as prior officials cannot be hired by the people that we appoint.
Yeah.
Because then that's where that gets into it. Because it's like, hey, I hired your firm,
Exactly.
now hire me as an
Yeah.
attorney.
Exactly.
And
That
that's-
I
and
get.
that's what's in legislation right now.
Right.
A3380 is conflict specific.
Right, so if
based
you
on the
voted on a
individual's
contract or
dealing-
something for a professional or something like that, you
Correct.
can't be hired by them for a certain period. So that I get, but I think what the ordinance says is that the borough couldn't hire.
Well, the borough wouldn't hire us, elected officials. Is
Well,
that correct?
Even after you've left office.
Yeah, for
No, but
a
if
year.
Kanjan became a police officer 6 months from now, or passed his exam while here on the dais, and he has nothing to do with it now, he can't become a police officer or can't join.
It's technically a cool down period, but like I said before, I'm open to amend it to 6 months as well.
I think we're all in agreement, right, with what
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
saying.
no,
It's
the
like
scope is good.
we should honor that if there's a conflict, it should be
makes sense.
disclosed and it should be protected.
Absolutely.
I think just what the council people are saying is that it looks like the standard is 6 months, so everybody seems to be a little more comfortable if it were 6 months, and you seem to be agreeable with it. So I guess, I mean, I'll make a motion for a friendly amendment to the ordinance, if
I
that's
second it.
okay with you, to adjust it to 6 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
I second that.
And right now, it's 180 days.
Or, yeah, should we clarify 180 days? I mean, it's a technical difference.
Yeah, I would probably put the days.
Yeah, 180 days. So again, just to revise my motion, the motion is to amend ordinance 2843's time period to be 180 days as opposed to 12 months as it's presently reading.
Yeah,
Second?
second.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
I just need to ask legal counsel. So if they make this amendment, it would have to have a new public hearing, correct?
That's correct. So this would be what's called a material change to the ordinance. So what it would mean is you would vote on the amendment today. Clerk would redraft it as an amended ordinance for distribution, and then we would have a further hearing on it at the next meeting, because you can't make a major change. And it's up to me sort of to give an opinion, but to me, that is a major difference between a year and 6 months and a member of the public who might not want to speak about it for a year, might want to speak about it for 6 months. And so that's why it would need to be amended today. We would re-advertise it for the public hearing at the next meeting, and then you could finally adopt. And, assuming there's no further amendments, obviously this can go on multiple times, but I'm assuming you're all going to be satisfied with the amendment if it passes, and you would be in a position to have the formal public hearing on it at the next meeting and move to adoption following that.
So we have a first and a second, and we need a roll call. Roll call, Mr. Clerk?
This is a roll call on the amendment to reflect 180 days. Councilman Petrosky?
No.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Rabina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons?
Yes.
Councilman Patel?
Yes.
Councilman Castellans?
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, 1 in the negative, the amendment is agreed to. The ordinance will be redrafted and re-advertised for public hearing on March 5th, 2026.
Mr. Clerk, read ordinance 2844 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2844 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance repealing and replacing Chapter 39 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Affordable Housing.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2844?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak?
Anyone want to come and speak on 2844? I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance 2844.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
May I have a motion, is there any discussion?
No. Is there a motion to adopt?
Oh, I'm sorry, thank you, sir. I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2844.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Rabina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons?
Yes.
Councilman Patel?
Yes.
Councilman Castellans?
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Mr. Clerk, please read ordinance 2845 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Yes, Mayor. Yes. Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2844. No, I cut him off.
No, that's all right.
I had it on there, though. I'm telling you, I had it on there. Ordinance 2845 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance repealing and replacing Chapter 40, Part 5 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Affordable Housing Regulations. And what I cut you off is the report of the Municipal Land Use Board reads as follows. Please be advised the Roselle Park Municipal Land Use Board reviewed ordinance 2845, an ordinance repealing and replacing Chapter 40, Part 5 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Affordable Housing Regulations. The board voted unanimously to refer the ordinance back to Mayor and Council without reservation for adoption.
I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2845.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone want to come up and talk about ordinance 2845? See no one, may I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance 2845?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have a motion to adopt 2845.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Rabina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons?
Yes.
Councilman Patel?
Yes.
Councilman Castellans?
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted. Thank you, guys.
Mr. Clerk, please read ordinance 2846 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2846 is an ordinance amending Chapter 2 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Administration, establishing a new Section 65 thereof entitled Tort Claims.
Excuse me. May I have a motion to open a public hearing on ordinance 2846?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone wishing to come and speak about ordinance 2846?
So moved.
No.
Oh.
No,
Don't
he
mess me
didn't.
up, I've read it.
He didn't ask me.
It's all right. I was
I
reading
see
them.
no one. May I, A motion to close the public hearing on 2846.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have a motion to adopt 2846.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes, Mayor. Councilman, now you guys are screwing me up. Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
Councilman Castellans.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Mr. Clerk, please call the ordinance, please read ordinance 2847 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2847 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 7, Section 39, Subsection 2 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Handicap Parking on Streets for Private Residences.
A motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2847.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any of the public want to speak about, come and speak about 2847? Seeing no one, I have a motion to close public hearing ordinance 2847.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt 2847?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Excuse me. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
Councilman Castellans.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Mr. Clerk, read ordinance 2848 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2848 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Section 2 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Meetings.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance 2847 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing on March 5th, 2026.
So moved.
A second?
Yeah, second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mayor. Actually, I do. I support having police presence at our meetings. Safety and order are important. My question is about the mechanism specifically. This draft requires a fixed officer assignment for every meeting. I want to find out, Councilman Johnson, since you drafted this, what's the overtime cost associated with it? And then the theory here is, or the thinking is, will it then be required at other events that
I don't believe that this would require overtime. I think they could do this as a special shift or during their shift as well. We've done this in Essex County, and we never required overtime for protecting elected officials, the general public, the county commissioner, that's our BA. So to me, to allow, especially in the climax, and that we are in this political world, to allow everyone here to be unsafe. I mean, if you guys don't care about your lives, I care about my life. I care about everybody else's life. Whatever you guys want to do with this, I'm open to that as well.
No, what I was thinking was, has it been confirmed with the chief of police or the administrator of standard operating procedure, or perhaps a resolution on this, so it's not locked in as an ordinance?
Now, I'd rather it be law because
I wanted to
on
find
several occasions, we already had discussions with the police chief, and several occasions we had officers here, and on several occasions they were broken away free to go to a party, to go to an event. And again, Councilman, I take my life a little bit serious as an elected official. I don't, and I take all of you guys' life serious. So,
And I appreciate that.
I don't
That's why I'm asking
believe
as a
this
law
is an
enforcement
overtime thing.
professional. Okay.
I don't think this is an overtime thing. This is a staffing thing. And I believe the police chief is smart enough and educated enough to get us there. That's is just mainly just creating a post and a shift.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
To undermine the police chief is actually offensive. That's number one. But number two, it's already policy. Is it not?
No.
It is.
There's written policy?
It's policy. The problem is that we want to make it law, and God forbid there's something, an emergency in the street, and this officer here is needed out there, you're actually saying you have to stay here, in which you're assuming or saying these words that, oh, we don't care about our lives. Obviously, we care about our lives, and we appreciate the officer that is here. I just absolutely don't want to undermine the chief of police, ever. I think the disrespect is absolutely heinous. And number two, I don't agree with these words. The words are actually mandatory and you have to do it. And for me, it's going against what the department head already is doing. But for me, God forbid there is something and everybody, physical officer body has to be out there. You're saying like somebody has to be here. Yes, I mean, obviously we've had to, put security here because of what's happening in the world, and I appreciate that, and I'm not disagreeing with that, but to say or to even mention when or if people had to go for something else and you want to try to control, I got to be honest, Councilman, where they go, if it's a party, or that's none of our business. So that's just my.
I will say this is respectfully, this was not to undermine the police chief. This is just to ensure everyone's safety. Again, in other agencies, other counties, other towns, other cities, this is done. This is a normal process.
You just said before that you don't care what other towns do.
No, I'm telling you that this is done in other places and other locations. Now, I don't know why you're upset at me for trying to create a policy that's positive that will protect all of us, including the general public. We had a little bit ways back where people were upset at the current mayor and was threatening him to take him outside. I don't know. This is just
the officer is here without us creating an ordinance. Is he not?
Yes, the ordinance. The officer is here. And we don't have to create an ordinance. You guys could just merely vote it down if that's what you want. I introduced this. I think it's a good thing. I'm not trying to undermine the police chief, but I will say that someone responding, it's called a staffing issue. All they have to do is we create a staff, and you have shifts, and we have people, and they call in overtime all the time when people call out for sickness.
Assuming what the police chief is doing and what you're trying to actually say and speak into is, I think the chief has it under control.
Well, I'm just saying on several occasions, I think it was inappropriate for no one to be here, and that's just my perspective, and I'm going to stand firm on that perspective. But respectfully, I'm sorry that you're upset with me with creating something like that.
Just speaking.
My apologies.
No,
Mayor, if I may,
do that.
I just want to try to, just reconcile both sides. So I think we all agree. I wouldn't say it's fair to say that nobody here cares about our lives or a constituent's life. Obviously, we know that's a crazy world, and we don't want anybody hurt. That, I think, let's just put that aside and not argue about that. I think the point being said is that we have a policy in place. I haven't seen it, right? Like maybe we can ask for it. I think the point of this is we have an officer that's present. I think that it is warranted in many occasions, especially if there's like a contentious issue on the agenda, because emotions can run high, right? So if we're voting on something and people get upset and heated, I 100%, maybe before that meeting, because obviously we have an agenda a week ahead of time. We say, hey, Chief, we believe this is going to be a little heated. Can we have, presence there to ensure there's no other event or whatever? And I think Councilwoman Lyons' point is, and Councilman Rabina's point is, it might create an expense, because if we have a law that says that we have an officer here, but we have a certain amount of officers that have to be on the road at certain shifts, then it might create an additional expense or overtime, or we have to hire staff, and that's expense. So I get the intent, and I think that should be studied and see, can we afford to hire another police officer to that? Does it warrant it if that? So I just want to try to have a level-headed conversation about the issues here. And I think that if my understanding is we can do this as a policy and not an ordinance, and not cause the constraints that this ordinance has. And I think that's what some of the members are saying.
I would definitely be happy with a policy, but we don't have a written policy in place. I know the officer is here, and that's here by me acting that by request last year when I was a public safety chair, and prior to that, there's correspondence that's operable. So I'm not worried about that. So I have asked on several occasions, can the officer be here? And I'm just disappointed when I'm still here and then the officers aren't here and not responding to an emergency, which we can always check the radio logs and stuff like that. So I don't want to get into that either. The purpose of this is to create a safety mechanism in place for the general public, for the residents, for us. And I do agree with you, if you wanted to try to do a study with that, that's going to create costs, but I'm all open to that, and I'm open to a written.
No, I don't mean a study.
I'm open to a written policy being SOP maybe by the police chief as well.
And sorry, I don't mean like a whole study. I'm just saying, like, can we do it, right? I don't know our police staffing. Like, we have a director, of a chief for that. Like, can we do it? Does that create an expense? I don't mean a whole blown out study. It's just like, let's consult with the chief. But that again, in my opinion, I'm just trying to diffuse the situation.
I'm open for a written policy.
I like the standard operating procedure. Putting it
I
as
like
a
that.
policy,
I like that too.
I just wanted, because we haven't had this discussion. This is the first time that we have.
Everyone's
the
up here
opportunity.
saying we have a policy and we don't have anything written. This was all verbiage through emails that upon my request.
And also
a
the
couple
last
years
mayor. We've spoken.
No, I had
There's more
discussions
than
with the
just
last mayor,
you the emailing. There's definitely the last mayor,
there's
myself. We've
there's-
all requested the police.
There's conversations about that, but I initiated
Absolutely.
that, ma'am. I initiated.
And I was the guy who was threatened. Not the
Yeah,
guy.
no, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just using that for example. But the thing I don't want us to lose sight on is I know sometimes, and what my colleague mentioned, is that agenda, like certain agendas are hot, but contentious. But the reality is we should not just only rely on if the agenda is contentious. Someone might want to come at a time when it's not contentious and do that. We can't think like that. We gotta kind of be a little bit proactive and with this. So again, if the police chief wants to make an SOP out of this instead of us doing the law, I'm open to that as well.
I can understand and appreciate that.
I'm open
Because
to both.
anything can happen at any time.
But the thing that I wanted to be memorialized. I wanted it to be, whether it's in a SOP upon the chief and then he could put his discretion, or whether it's a law. But the whole purpose, and it's in my email, but you guys weren't on that, of course, is the whole purpose of this is to memorialize it. And that was what I put in writing. I wanted it to be memorialized.
I wasn't on that email, so I didn't know.
No, you wouldn't be.
Okay.
You wouldn't be.
All right.
One more thing, I guess, just us putting it as I do like the idea, but us putting it as a law, they're like required to be here by law, but as a policy, you could make it.
A policy would be just as good, but I just want one of the
But we
other.
could have it a little bit opened where instead of this mandate, like until we leave, they have to hear. Like what if
Exactly.
Sometimes we talk afterwards, so we're hanging out.
Yeah.
So like, policy would be a little bit open instead of just us creating a law and just having them present the entire time.
Well, I'm open to a policy as long as the public safety chair is open to maybe bringing that up during their meeting to the police chief so we can memorialize it, because that's the main purpose of it.
So we have a public safety meeting on March 3rd, so.
No, I was just looking at.
So we could make this on part of the agenda for March 3rd.
I would appreciate that.
Any other discussion? I'm sorry.
Do we want to table this ordinance until a later date, or do we want to?
Vote this one down now and then have the discussion.
I mean, this is
Everything
just
has
an
to go.
intro. We could table it on the next one after the public safety meeting.
And then it's confirmed that okay.
Exactly, and we could wait until it's confirmed. This is just
I
introduction.
think we should just move along, and we could just discuss it at the public safety meeting, and we don't need to really go on with this ordinance. That's my personal opinion.
Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
All right, the motion's on introduction of the ordinance. Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
No.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
Councilman Castellans.
Yes.
That's 5 in the affirmative, 1 in the negative. The ordinance is introduced.
All matters are listed with asterisk and are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by the one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body would so request. In the case, the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Mr. Clerk, please, all resolutions by title.
Yes, Mayor. Resolution 5926 is accepting the resignation of Z. Infante from the Diversity and Inclusion Committee. Resolution 6026 is approving the time due calculation and terms of final payment for James Cantrell. Resolution 6126 is granting permission to Dowling's Irish Pub and Restaurant to operate a premises extension permit granted by the New Jersey Division of Alcoholic Beverage Control on a portion of William Street for the St. Patrick's Day Parade celebration. Resolution 6226 is authorizing the tax collector to issue a prorated refund of first quarter 2026 property taxes for 614 Filbert Street, Block 420, Lot 14, in the amount of a $2,735.37 pursuant to a 100% disabled veterans property tax exemption. Resolution 6326 is authorizing the tax collector to issue a reduction and/or refund on one sewer utility bill in the total amount of $692. Resolution 6426 is authorizing the treasurer to issue one check totaling $2,934.45 payable to one lien holder on two properties and one check totaling $2,100 from the tax collector's premium account. Resolution 6526 is appointing Joseph E. Koff III as fire official of the Roselle Park Fire Prevention Bureau of Fire Prevention. Resolution 6626 is authorizing the hanging of a banner in Michael J. Morey Park, advertising the Roselle Park High School's 2026 musical. And Resolution 6726 is amending Resolution number 5026, awarding a professional services contract to Matrix New World Engineering, Land Surveying and Landscape Architecture PC for environmental services in support of a soil investigation at the Roselle Park Community Garden in an amount not to exceed $29,190 to correct the contract amount as to not exceed $30,800.
Do any members wish to have items removed from the consent agenda?
Yes, 6126.
6126?
Mhm.
Anyone else? May I have a motion to approve the resolutions remaining on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's for a motion.
I have a motion, can I make a motion, can I get a motion on 6126?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Any discussion?
Yes, although I love Dowlings and I love everything that they're doing for the town, and it's just a beautiful place, I have a lot of concerns because it does block, that part of the street. If there are people coming to events on Chestnut Street, it does block that portion. They have to go out of their way. There are residents also concerned about it, so I just, I had to just pull that and just say that, but I'm not going to be supporting that.
Okay. Any other discussion on this? So, roll call, please.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Ravina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
No.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
Councilman Castellans.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, 1 in the negative. The resolution is adopted.
Okay, can I get reports of the Borough Council committees? I'm going to start from the right. Councilman Castle. My apologies.
Thank you, Mayor. So now I make 60 days, officially 2 months up here with you guys. It's gone by pretty quick. You guys are an interesting bunch. It's great. It's been great. It's been it's been a lot of fun. I will tell you that I've had a couple different meetings. Started my tours of public buildings and facilities. I went over to to Rupin over at the community center. I was surprised at how much we do out of there. So that was really cool. I want to try to advertise the food bank that we have there and the lunches that we do for seniors over there. So I want to try to promote that a little bit more. I had great meetings with different department heads about where we are and where we're moving, and there's a lot of good things going on in Roselle Park. I'm excited to continue my service here, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. I can be reached at 908-661-2837, and my email is jcastellans@rosellepark.net. Thank you.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes, Mayor. My report will be short. I wanted to, actually, it's more of a statement. I received a couple of emails from First Ward residents about possibly just for us to, before we decide to do plowing, to remove the trash receptacles on one street the trash receptacle off of Westfield Ave in between Camden and Union. The receptacle was pushed over by a plow, and the trash debris splattered all over the place. And although they went back over there to pick up the receptacle, it needs a little bit of TLC. So if I've reached out to the mayor and also DPW Greg and Rupin, and I just asked if they could just go give it a little TLC. I would appreciate it. The other thing, for residents who I missed call the past couple of days, I just asked you to bear with me. I had just returned back from California on personal matters, and no worries. Now that I'm back tomorrow, I'm a little jet lagged, but tomorrow I definitely will make all the calls that I missed and return everyone's call. So other than that, if anyone needs to reach out to me, you can call me at 908-303-1519, or you can email me at gjohnson@rosellepark.net. And Mayor, that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thanks. Councilman Petrowski.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to send my condolences out to Catherine Gilboy Pierce Hahn. She was a 1950 graduate of Roselle Park, and I actually went to school with her son. And also Mike Scanella, a 1972 graduate, was very heavily involved with the Historical Society. Basically showed up every Saturday and did whatever thing. He was very into the trains, model trains and everything like that. He will definitely be very missed. February 7th, I attended the Recreation Valentine's Day party. Tina, again, great job. Very well attended. I couldn't believe how many people showed up that day. Am I right, Mayor?
Cold out, too.
Yeah, it was very cold, but very well attended. Also, you did a great job reading. It seemed the kids enjoyed it. And it was, like I said, it was a craft story, music, dancing. They are preparing for the Easter, so I will, at the next meeting, let you know the date. But it was very well attended, and I believe, the kids really got a kick out of the balloons. Oh my God, they kept popping. So, again, very well attended. The 11th, I attended the recreation meeting. We talked about what's going to come up with the Easter. I think we have a tentative date of April 4th, and it's going to be at the high school, the Colfax Avenue. Flyers will be coming out very shortly. But on Monday, I attended the Historical Society. Again, basically talked about certain things going up. They're looking for their move coming up soon, and everything. They're going to be moving to the Furmore building right next to the Gordon Street Bridge. Today, I attended the joint sewer meeting. We had elections. I was elected public relations chairman. I'm also on the committee representative for the ad hoc litigation committee. We approved the audit report for 2026, and they approved parts for the joint sewer for the coming year to repair parts that they figure might break down during the year. So this way it's on, it's in stock. If you want to get a hold of me, get me at jpetrossi@rosellepark.net, 908-666-7821. And again, Tina, thank you. I couldn't believe how many kids showed up that day, but it was a good event. Mayor, that's my report. Thank you.
Thanks, Councilwoman Lyons.
Thank you, Mayor and Council and residents of Roselle Park. Good evening. I just wanted to give a quick update. We did Give Back weekend last weekend. I'm not sure how many people did participate, but we really tried to advertise to definitely go and support the businesses that were near Valley Road and the fire on January 1st. And I just want to thank Burger King, Sun Tavern, Lidio's, 7-Eleven, Frenchie's, Wawa of Cranford, NAR Auto Sales, Team Car Wash, Park Trophy, Valentino's. I visited Sun Tavern and Lidio's and 7-Eleven and Burger King and Frenchie's last weekend, and it was just, just great to see our businesses just thriving, and I really hope that people did go out and support that. We called it Give Back Weekend, and if you didn't, keep going every weekend. But I did also actually start this little encouragement to empower initiative, I called it, and I dropped off just little encouragement cards at these businesses to just, while you're at 7-Eleven getting a drink or snacks or something, pick up one of those cards. So I'm going to try to replenish that and even put it in the third ward, which I do have it at the Cassano Center. And that whole thing is just to really lift people up, make sure that you're saying good things to each other. I really believe out of the mouth, you really can speak life or death, and speaking life is very important into ourselves and into our community. So definitely be encouraged and help your neighbor, help each other, help the local businesses. And the things that are coming up, so our next meeting, we will be announcing the Woman of the Year for Roselle Park. So please nominate your favorite woman. We would love to see, everyone here. I'd love to acknowledge all the nominees, and we are going to have our next Woman of the Year. And I just, Tina, you've been an amazing Woman of the Year for, and just an inspiration and just who you are. So I appreciate you. And actually, that's March 5th. And March 7th, we're going to be doing Celebrating Women at Costa's. Please RSVP to me. I definitely have many people texting me and just ready to come out. And if you say, oh, I'm by myself, you're never by yourself. This is a town event, and we welcome you. I'll sit you with people. My mom is going to be there. She'll bless you. She'll bring something over there. But definitely come out and reach out to me. We'll be posting about that. My number is 908-726-8773 and rlions@rosellepark.net. And thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Patel?
Good evening. Tuesday, I attended the Environmental Commission meeting. The borough has hired a professional service to test the garden soil due to the Crossfield product fire. They are waiting for the snow to melt, so we should receive the test results in a couple of weeks once the test is completed. Just a reminder, the Repair Cafe will be March 21st at 10 a.m. at the Cassano Center. Bring your things, and one of our volunteers will fix them for free. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to Dean Paterno, who was clearing snow on Westville Ave and Columbus Place for his neighbors so they could park with this tractor. Just want to say thank you. That's all I have. Have a good night. Patel, rosellepark.net, 908-726-8774. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Rabina?
It was a very nice indeed, by the way. Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor, colleagues, and good evening, Roselle Park. Getting right into it, on February 9th, I attended the Municipal Land Use Board meeting where the board approved Ordinance 2845 related to the affordable housing regulations without additional recommendations. On February 10th, I participated in a walkthrough with Mayor Signorello, B.A. Mirabella, our borough engineer, and our clerk, Mr. Casais, regarding rapid flashing beacon installations along Fayette Avenue. Safety improvements are planned for West Lincoln Avenue, West Webster Ave, and Seton, with installation anticipated between June and July of this year. Between February 13th and the 15th, I spent time here at home, patronizing our local businesses, and celebrating my 25th Valentine's Day with my wife, and along the way, helped promote Councilwoman Lyons' Give Back Weekend initiative. It was nice. It was a very nice way to support the local businesses that stepped up during the Crossfield fire and to acknowledge the role that they played in supporting residents and first responders during a challenging time for our community. So thank you to all who reached out. Thank you to all who gave back to our community. And thank you, Councilwoman Lyons, for setting this up. It was nice. Talking about Crossfield, their corporate leadership had drafted an outreach letter that I distributed to affected residents and shared on social media. And regarding the soil testing that Councilman Patel just mentioned a few moments ago, at the community garden, Matrix's scheduled work was postponed due to the frozen ground and limited snow melt. As conditions improve over the coming days, that work will be rescheduled once the site can safely accommodate it, which they are expecting by next week. On February 16th, I attended a Union County Connects meeting at Sun Tavern. The discussion focused on several transportation and placemaking initiatives relevant to Roselle Park and throughout our neighboring communities, including a mural addition at Sunrise Document Solutions this spring, East Coast Greenway connections, countywide trail planning, e-bike legislation, and continued coordination on the Rahway Valley Rail Line and the SIRT corridor in Roselle Park, Kenilworth, Roselle, and Cranford. These conversations are part of a broader county effort around trail connectivity and active transportation that will benefit our borough in the long term. On February 17th, I met with BA Mirabella and Chamber President Jim Messon regarding Chamber of Commerce initiatives. The Chamber currently has 24 member businesses here in Roselle Park, and they continue to grow. I've shared information on social media highlighting the benefits of membership and involvement, and I encourage any interested business owners to visit my Facebook page for additional details. Lastly, on the health front, February is both American Heart Month and National Cancer Prevention Month. While overall cancer death rates in the U.S. have declined significantly over the past 30 years, one trend is moving in the wrong direction: colorectal cancer among adults under 50. It has now surpassed breast cancer as the leading cause of cancer-related deaths in that age group. Colon cancer took my grandfather's life at just 44 years old. I never had the chance to meet him, and my parents and relatives have faced serious health scares as well. So I just want to encourage everyone, listen to your body, know your family history, and don't ignore symptoms. Get screened, get checked, and ask questions. If you don't have insurance, need guidance, or are looking for health-related resources, please reach out to our partners at the Westfield Regional Health Department at 908-789-4070. These efforts, from transportation safety and trail planning to supporting local businesses and promoting health awareness, reflect our ongoing commitment to improving quality of life, connectivity, and economic vitality here in Roselle Park. Mayor, that concludes my report. Anyone interested in reaching out to me, you reach at jrabine@rosellepark.net, 862-236-0019. Good night, Roselle Park.
Thank you, Councilman. I have a brief report. I just want to keep everybody in the loop. If you haven't been around by Acker Park, I'm amazed how quick, safe, and professional the work is going there. It's a wow when you go by there. It's pretty awesome. And I probably have heard the date, a guesstimate date, but they were roughly supposed to be done by May, right?
May.
Yeah. So I see them being on target. I just look, it's down the street from me. It's always been just a place that I enjoy and my children enjoy going there. And I walk by with my granddog, but it's going great. And anyway, I just want to. I went to the Recreation Valentine's Day event. It was awesome. I really didn't think half the kids were going to be there. It was cold out, so people just needed to probably get out and just do something that day. And I enjoyed reading. It was a tough crowd to read to. It's not like going to the schools where they kind of a little quiet, but No, I'll say it like my grandma said. There was a couple of scritches there. I had to tell her, shh, be quiet. Everybody wants to hear. Anyway, enjoyed it. And just look, like the Councilman Johnson mentioned some tonight about, with the snow plowing. I'm encouraging all the council people, look, folks, do what you got to do. Just keep your liaison in the loop a little bit in case, something. You want to call the police chief, you want to call somebody, do it. But just have that little dialogue, quick and text message or call that you talk to, so that liaison knows what's going on and they're not in the dark. Other than that, that's the end of my report. Mr. Clerk, please read my appointments into record for mayoral appointments, please.
Yes, Mayor. Mayoral appointments require no confirmation of council and are effective immediately. The first is appointing the following members of the governing body as members of an ad hoc bylaws review committee. Mayor Joseph Signorello Jr. for a term set to expire December 31st, 2026. Councilman Jay Rabina for a term set to expire December 31st, 2026. Councilman George Castellans for a term set to expire December 31st, 2026. Second is the appointment of Councilwoman Rosanna Lyons as the council liaison to the community center with a term set to expire December 31st, 2026.
Thank you. May I have a motion to open the public portion on any subject?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
If you'd like to speak, please come forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. May I have a motion? Press hard.
Hello? Oh,
Yeah.
it's on. Hi, my name is Ellen Margarita, and I live in town. I've lived here for like over 20 years. Technically, you don't actually have to say your address, just so that you know that. But I'm not going to say my address. I have three things that I wanted to bring up. I thought that Al Mirabella would be here, so I'm sad that I can't tell him, but I'd like to say thank you to Al Mirabella and Jay Rabina for naming the future Roselle RVR Rail to Trail that we're making over by Sun Tavern and Sunrise Documents. They're going to make it memorialized to Al Wilkoff, who is someone who grew up in town here and had a big part in, I'm going to try not to cry. He passed away recently, and he had a big part in trying to get that rail trail made. And it looks like it might be happening in the next year or so. And Jay mentioned the murals being extended, and we're going to try to memorialize Al on that second part of the mural. And that's very exciting, and we're hoping to get an archway that says the Al Wilkoff Memorial Trail. And also, I just want all you guys to know on council, I'm part of the group called Union County Connects that Jay was referring to. And the founder, one of the founders and many of the members are actually from Roselle Park. And we are trying to get the rail trails converted, but not just the one in Roselle Park. There's one in, as Jay was mentioning, the SIRT goes from in Roselle, and it goes through to Cranford. And then there's also the big, hard, difficult one is the CNJ. We don't know if we'll get that one to convert to a trail, but that would be like a dream come true if we can get that last one. So it's exciting to have the RVR, because the RVR goes from Roselle Park through Kenilworth, through Union, and into Summit. So it would be a really wonderful trail. It would be a park, basically. So that's one thing. Second thing is, Kanjan, I'm sorry, but we had a bridge at Girl Scout Park that was falling apart, and I had asked DPW a couple of years ago if they could help me get it fixed. DPW took it out. I gave the DPW some repair pieces that maybe they could have used. I have not heard anything. Only thing I know, I have an email from the previous mayor that says, I'll keep it simple, and say, we can find the money to replace the bridge. So I don't know if this is like, admissible.
So forward it to me. Let's see if I can help. And Councilman, Councilman, he's the liaison to DPW. Let's see what we could do, okay?
Yeah,
Forward
that
to
would be
me, please.
great. I mean, if you use the old one, you could just fix it.
I kind of know what you're talking about, but again, you got time. You're
Okay,
good.
all right. We do have bridging in June, so it would be nice to have it by then. And then the last thing is, I've been in contact with Councilman Lyons about possibly oh my God.
Right in front of you.
I took it out. About possibly doing banners for March 22nd is the 125th anniversary for Roselle Park. And so, and Andrew, you were on my emails too about, and I think Mayor, you might have been involved also, right? To put banners like Cranford does on the lampposts. And I thought this would be great image to use it was from the 2024 Art Festival, and the artist will give it to us for free, and we will remove the wording. So you could put whatever wording you want. I just think things are getting lost in emails, and I don't know if this is going to be able to get done by March 22nd.
Okay,
I don't know.
thank you.
Just wanted to, all right.
So send me that email.
Say that again?
Send me that email. Let's see what we can do with the bridge.
Which one, the bridge? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you for,
Thanks.
thank you. Oh, that thing scared me.
On this side. I will sit on that side. Janine Goodis, 152 Berwyn Street. I am here to ask about street sweeping. For 27 years, it has been the bane of my existence, on Mondays, moving cars and making sure my husband was awake because he works nights. But now that we're not doing that, we have neighbors that have not moved cars in probably a month. My one neighbor next door has 4 cars. 3 of her cars have been parked on my street for weeks on end. They're not moving. And nothing, the street is dirty. There's no movement of snow. And neighbors are getting ready to fight each other for parking spots. It's unrealistic for people to put all of their cars on the street. I don't know if we could do ordinances. These people all have driveways. They're not putting their cars in their driveways. They're parking on the street. When we had street sweeping, Monday between 1 and 3, they had to move their cars. So they were, and then, some people would leave their cars in their driveway and put 1 or 2 back on the street. Now it's becoming insane. We're part of the problem. We have 5 cars in my house, but we put 4 in the driveway. You can't even put 1 on the street because they're not moving their cars. I'm just wondering if street sweeping is coming back or if parking enforcement can be enforced again. It's becoming an issue. I know I'm on Berwyn. It's a one side of the street parking. It happens all up and down our areas. I'm just hoping we could do something about parking, and if street sweeping would be reinstated, it would be great.
Mayor, or
Yeah.
to the borough clerk, maybe, don't we have an ordinance in place about a vehicle not being able to be parked on the street for more than a certain amount of time?
Yep, there's a state law. It's a 48-hour law.
So to the resident that's concerned, what would she have to do to enforce that?
Just report it to the police, non-emergency.
Janine, what was her, Janine? Janine, so we have a state law that you can't park for more than 48 hours. Have you been able to? Well, have you called the police department to report it?
Yep, just this week.
Okay, and they haven't come out to do anything about it and not ticket it?
Car's still there. I called them this week. My name's on file. I gave my name and phone number.
Okay. Okay, so what we'll do is
I'll speak to the chief tomorrow morning. Oh, sir, I'm sorry.
Yeah, councilmen, residents, thank you for the time. Good evening. I want to say thank you to the borough for acknowledging the.
Oh, sir, your name and,
Sorry,
your name and address, please.
I'm gonna follow the lady that said.
That's okay.
Kamar, resident of Willow in the 4th Ward. Thank you to the borough for acknowledging the concern with the hazardous tree in the 4th Ward on Willow Avenue. It's been several years we've been communicating about it. Most recently, reports were sent over to the borough in May of 2025. Mayor, you personally have reached out. Thank you for that, as well as others. What remains unknown is the date for the removal of the tree. And also want to express that a few residents on Willow Avenue are appreciative of this and are willing to partner with Shady Tree Committee in replanting trees in other areas of Roselle Park. We acknowledge that trees are important. It's just that this one tree is overgrown, hazardous, and it's just not appropriate for where it's at now. So looking to find out more information on how we can partner with Shady Tree Committee in planting trees in other areas of our beautiful borough.
So I hope I can get the date for you, but are you looking, if I understand, donate money to trees or trees? Is that, I'm not following what you're.
I think I saw on the borough's website where there's a Shady Tree Committee where folks in the borough work together. I don't know if it's planting trees, or I'm looking to get more information on how we can help with that effort.
Councilman, you're the run environmental.
Yeah,
right?
I'll reach out to the Environmental Commission and could get that. And I have your email, so I'll forward
Awesome.
it to you.
And then I do want to acknowledge as well, DPW did acknowledge that they're looking into the tree issue, and appreciate that. Just wanted to have a sense of when.
I did ask for an update. I haven't received anything from Greg, so I'll let you know when I hear back from him.
All right, thank you so much. Keep up the great work, and
Have a good night.
thanks so much.
Everybody, Bill Crossett, 1-2 Galloping Hill Road.
Yeah.
My annual complaint at Galloping Hill Road is that you paid. It is a racetrack like I have never seen. The noise coming from some of these vehicles, whether mufflers are illegal, I don't know, but the racing is incredible. My wife, just in the past 2 weeks, almost got hit by cars running the red light at Lincoln Avenue. So, gotta get something done. Whether they set up radar every couple of months or something, they've tried putting the sign up, as you know. As soon as the sign's gone, they're taking off. The other thing I got is the discussion tonight concerning the police officers being here. And no offense to anybody up here, but I've been coming here for over 20 years. This mayor, the mayor before that, the mayor before that, the mayor before that. Many times I've seen crowds that were displeased about something. And I would look around and say, why is there a police officer here? Just in case. 3 years ago, there was a heated meeting, very heated. I'm sitting on that side, and a person comes up to me when the meeting's over. I was just sitting waiting for the crowd to disperse, and they wanted to start yelling at me because of where I live, and I was not against the proposal that was being put forward. Well, you're going to have so much traffic and this and that and the other. They kept mouthing off, and this is no lie. I finally had to say, get the hell out of my face. So at that time, there was no police officers here. Nobody sitting up here, whether you agree with this or not, has the right to be threatened by anybody out here. Anybody out here has the right to expect to come in and be safe. And if that means this police officer has to be here, then so be it. Because when they started coming in here, I'm like, yeah, who knows when it's going to happen again. There's also been 2 or 3 meetings where more than one police officer ended up coming in here because of how rowdy the crowd was. So, just my opinion, but I appreciate them being here. I thank some of them for being here, and I'm all for it.
You live,
412
412, right? Okay, yeah.
Come sit in my driveway.
No, I just, so it's both ways there, or it's, okay, thank you.
Side and our side, and I know at one time they were working with, our police department was working with Elizabeth and Union, because once you hit the intersection, it's Union on one side of the street and Roselle Park on the other. And they were trying to coordinate some things, Elizabeth did some things, I don't know if Union ever did, but the police chief at the time had told me they were working all together, trying to get some stuff.
Bill, real quick, if you don't mind, Mayor?
Yeah.
Thank you. Bill, I'm on the Union County Transportation Advisory Board. That Galloping Hill Road is a county road that was identified as one of the high injury networks, one of the top 20. So there are a number of countermeasures. They had it studied last year. They presented the municipality with the results of that study. So there are countermeasures in place on that. If anybody here on the days is interested in the report, I'd be happy to forward it over to you. I can share that with you.
Appreciate all the help we can get. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jay, if you could share that with me too, I would like to read it. Thank you.
Do I have a motion to close the public portion on any subject?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
7.